Gurkha Beneath the Bravery is a first feature film about the Gurkhas, inspired by a true story of the late Sergeant Kulbir Thapa during the Battle of Luce in 1915. It is a psychological war drama that explores trench warfare during World War One, and as a film, it tries to answer what lies beneath the bravery of the Gurkhas.
And why was now the perfect timing to bring out this film?
Personally, for me, is how the Gurkha veterans are struggling to settle in the British communities at the moment. And for me, I think that was the key time for me to bring this film out, or bring this story out, so I can try to put a face in the name Gurkhas. So, that the local communities can see and recognize who these elderly veterans are.
And the veterans must inspire so many other Gurkhas as well.
Gurkhas in Nepal is like a country's pride. And obviously, it goes back all the way to the very unification of the Nepal. But focusing on this particular story, late Sergeant Kulbir Thapa was the first Gurkha soldier to be awarded this prestigious Victoria Cross. And the Gurkhas are a very small representation of the British Army, but we do hold quite a high number of Victoria Cross recipients, like 13 of them, in total. And the inspiration out of all this is that our forefathers' bravery and contribution to war were acknowledged in a Western history. And I think this is one of the key reasons, why I want to tell this story.
And what an incredible story it is. Talk us through the production of the film, how it first came about, the crew, and how long it took to make it in the end.
From the very beginning, we decided to go through this online crowdfunding campaign, and we've been lucky enough to raise, £25,000, for which, we are very grateful for who have donated and helped us reach this far. And as for the cast and the crew, we are mostly sons and daughters of Gurkhas, and all of us have worked in voluntary basis for this project. Many of us, including myself, this is my first feature film experience. Not all my cast and crew member necessarily come from the film background, so it's even more inspiring to see, how our talent shines in this film. I guess our teaser trailer proves that. We got over 700,000 views in YouTube. We started the crowdfunding campaign on May last year, and most of the filming happened in November in Kent, in actual World War One replica trenches. That non-stop 30 days of filming was one heck of an experience. And currently we are in post-production. Obviously, this pandemic has played its part to delay our schedule, but I'm quite confident we will overcome this challenge. Personally, this whole journey began with me in a quite personal way. When I moved to UK from Nepal and witnessing these elderly Gurkha veterans struggling to find their place in British communities. And what they had to endure is not fair and not right in this modern civilized world. To make a movie that is good enough to be their voice and be the face that public can see and learn about them. And we, as a younger generation of Gurkhas, can help them with social integration. And in the same time, hopefully, if the movie does make profit out of it, we're going to give all the profit towards the Gurkha Welfare Trust, who's been looking after the Gurkha veterans for over 50 years. So I think this, as a whole, is a charity film project.
And that's so noble of you and the production team. And like you said, you feel that huge responsibility of doing the film justice to represent those veterans that you've met during this time.
Along this project, we have actually found some notable individuals, such as Nepalese ambassador Dr. Durga Bahadur Subedi. These people who has more credibility in the society, if they are supporting so much, I suppose, our project is doing something good.
Absolutely, and it's so great that you've got that support behind you, and hopefully to do some good following on from the premiere of the movie too.
Yeah, definitely that's what we are hoping for. We are also planning to organize a special premiere for our donors and supporters in Aldershot. And, that will be like a free event for all the supporters and donors. And we're going to dismount one big special event, for all the people to come and probably watch the film. But most importantly, as a son of a Gurkha, I'm more curious to know, how will they take doing this first ever film about the Gurkhas.
The main motive behind this campaign is to spread awareness about who Gurkhas are and their history through younger generation. What we are doing is we are asking the children of Gurkhas to share the photo of their father with hashtag my father is a Gurkha and tag their friends whose father is a Gurkha. So it has been quite interesting. We launched this a couple of weeks back, and it has been quite interesting to see people sharing the old photos of their dad and reading their story. And on personal level, it has been a quite special journey for myself. I never recognized my dad as a Gurkha, until I came to the UK in 2011. And I experienced how the British public speaks so highly of my dad and Gurkhas in general. And being a daughter of Gurkha sort of became my identity. They are the real life heroes, I would say. And I believe, most of the children of Gurkhas, like myself, share the same experience and feeling. This campaign and our movie in general is our humble initiative to be the agency of that social integration between the Nepalese community and the British community, as I would say this is such an important topic in today's multicultural society.
You were talking about hashtag My Father as a Gurkha, the social media campaign, encouraging people to look through their photo albums and find that one photo of their family. What's that one photo for you that sticks out for you personally?
Always back home in Nepal, I have that photo of my dad with his regiment. And I always used to sort of, wonder, like I said, I never recognized my dad. Obviously, he's my dad. I always had that respect for him as a, breadwinner of the family and looking after us. But it never struck me. But for some reason, that photo with his regiment back in my home in Nepal sort of always sticked out to me. And now running this campaign, I wish I had that photo to share. I would say, yeah, it has been sort of a personal journey with this campaign for myself.
Brilliant. And Pradeep, how about you? Is there one photo that sticks out for you personally?
Like Nesha, I actually don't have the photo with me here. But back in days, if you look at this old Gurkhas pictures, the recruitment days, they used to have the numbers, right? So the army knows, the Gurkhas know each other rather than the name, their numbers. And those are the numbers they are given on the day of selection. And there was just one day, the first selection pictures where there's young, skinny Nepalese boys and they have a little number written on their chest. And for me, and it was black and white picture as well. And that always strikes in my head because you don't realize how different world was back then compared to now. And for me, this particular campaign, I wish I had that picture to share it. The reason being is it would be such a good way of starting this debate, what's the best thing we can find a way in this modern world to live together without having to go such process per se. And for me, I think that particular picture of those, where there's humans and there's number written on their chest. Yeah, I'm very grateful, because of my father's hard work. I'm able to come here and have a better chance at life.